Hi, I'm Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R and B.
Yeah, today we are going to change up our regularly scheduled program. Not really, but a little bit. We are going to share with you all that we recently had a loss in our family. Brandon's grandmother, Cosette Matthews, has passed away, and she was a very big part of Brandon's life because she raised Brandon. Brandon's mother passed when he was 8, and so she became his mom. And so, we wanted to take a pause to kind of honor her and share your feelings a little bit about what you're going through right now, but also to just talk about, I guess, the importance of being there through big changes and loss and things like that, like just how important that is in a marriage. But how are you doing?
One could say coping.
Yeah, it's hard. I know that people hate when you say that.
Because on one end it's like I am forever sad. Like I'm gonna always feel this loss.
Yeah.
And I know that. I'm always going to have this sense of absence in my life. But I still gotta go to work. Kids gotta still get picked up from school. Life goes on. And so there have been moments of that we've had with each other and with friends and family to just feel the absence and really try to sit in the emotion. So as not to just let it, go away too fast. Because I do think when it comes to loss, it's very easy to get caught up in party planning. Now, I hope people don't think that's too insensitive.
Event planning.
But event planning, I'll say, so yeah, but essentially we know my grandmother, for her, she wants a party. She wants it to be, that's how she will, I want y'all to have a party. But now we're in this place of event planning, which requires a lot of thought. You have to consider locations, and you have to consider announcements telling people. You have to consider making sure that all the people know so that nobody feels left out. I didn't know. There's a lot to consider. And so a lot of the mental work goes into that. And so that could cause you to not really sit in how you feel about the situation. So we've done pretty good. I think I've done pretty good. When emotions hit, I'd let it ride. I don't try. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just saying, right? I'm not.
True.
I'm not gonna chuck it up. No. I'm allowing myself to feel all the feelings. One thing I'll definitely say is, my grandmother was a very joyful person. So all of the emotion isn't sadness. A lot of it is laughter. Because my grandmother was fine with the jokes. Even in this one, I'm just thinking of the fact that I'm just sitting here yo, you really gone, yo? And she'd be like, yeah, I'm out of here. Now she wouldn't say it like that, but she just, if you asked her, she wanted to be here as long as possible, but when it was her time, she was ready to be up out of here.
Yeah, and for those of you who may be watching after we've posted this, or after a while or whatever, we haven't even had the funeral yet.
No.
She passed 2 weeks ago. We're still in the preparation phase. We've gotten the dates finally.
Right.
We've gotten the location, and so now we are waiting. So would it be safe to say that you're still kind of numb to the situation because we're still in the planning phases?
Correct. I would definitely say there is a sense of numbness. Hearing the news, definitely makes you feel it.
Yeah.
But, the fact is, when she transitioned, it was a Friday night. And then after that, they probably took her down to the hospital morgue, and then she went to the funeral home where she will just stay until the funeral. And So I haven't really even seen her, and I think sometimes we need that, people need that closure of the funeral and all that. And I'm just like, we haven't even scratched the surface of that yet. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that I've had the most time to wrestle because I've been the one creating like media stuff, like tribute videos. I'm working on the slideshow, so I'm looking at pictures. I remember certain pictures when they were taken. Like I know the snapshot, and I remember what happened like right afterward because I was there. So some of that is kind of jarring a little bit because it's like, dang, like that person in that picture right there, like they're gone. So
yeah, for sure. One of the last things that I wanted to talk about is just the importance of being there for your spouse, especially when there's a loss or like a big transition. This could be a loss of a job, like unexpected layoff or firing, a big humongous transition that has a lot of emotions. And I think that it's tough for some people to really find a balance because while it happened directly to your spouse, you're going to, as the wife or the husband, you're going to be impacted as well. So you have your emotions, but it's so important to be there and be active. So if you could share, what are some of the ways that in this time, and I know that we've been busy, but what are some of the ways that you, I guess, need me in this moment to kind of help as you grieve and mourn and whatnot?
Yeah, well, I would say it's been good having you to remind me to feel. Like you've seen me, you've caught me a couple of times like trying to hold back, and you're like, babe, don't do that. Like just let it go. And there's a specific safety that you should feel with your spouse. That if I can't, to be transparent, to be to weep, to be sad, to be weak. You know what I'm saying? Like there should be that freedom and transparency that you should have. And so, we have that. And so I don't feel any kind of way crying in front of you or anything like that. So you being there for those moments to remind me of that has been helpful. I'm a big stickler for distraction. I think sometimes it's necessary because you can get so caught up in event planning, and you can also get caught up in the sadness that could actually lead to depression.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
You can get caught up in all of that and be not that productive to society. And so some of it has been, we'll be sitting in bed watching TV, or we'll joke about something and laughing, eating snacks late at night or something on the weekend. Like those kind of things have been good distractions to allow me to, be able to keep kind of pressing forward, knowing that I cannot just stay here.
Yeah, for sure. I think it is important, if you are watching this video and you are dealing with a loss, or your spouse is dealing with a loss, and you're trying to figure out, what do I need? I don't know what I need. I just know I'm sad, or my spouse is sad and I don't know. The biggest way is to pile on their love language. Whatever their love language is, give that to them. Sometimes people think that they need space, but from their spouse, I think that they need an influx of their love language, whether it's words of affirmation, physical touch. I mean, I ain't saying like spend G's, but gift giving, like
gift giving is my love language.
It doesn't have to be expensive. It could just be something really small that maybe reminds them of their loved one, or just something that just makes them smile. Doing things around the house, if there are things as acts of service, like don't worry about cooking, I'll cook, or just something like that, just so that they, in the grieving, still feel very, very loved. And we're not saying to diminish yourself in the process, because you're also dealing with your loss, and you're dealing with the loss as well. But being very intentional can help the both of you. Being intentional to love your spouse can make sure that you guys stay connected, so that you also feel loved by loving your spouse.
I agree. Yeah, I think that is very important, as far as piling on the love language. So I am very open to that. Just want to be clear that I agree with you. That's all I'm trying to say is I agree with you. So
we wanted to take the last few minutes of this video to just show the world who our grandmother was, and just honor her in this way. So we hope that you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you've lost a loved one, we wish you healing and comfort in this time.